All right, so today, let's dive into AI and not the robots taking over the world stuff. We're talking about how AI voice tools can like seriously boost your online business.
Yeah,
And we're really honing in on two big players we found in our research, ChatGPT's voice model and Google's NotebookLM.
right.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
What if you could have AI making your content, and I mean actually talking to your
Yeah,
customers?
that's the future we're looking at,
Yeah.
right? It's about really getting past all the hype and figuring out how to actually use these
Yeah.
tools. Both ChatGPT Voice and NotebookLM
Hmm.
are a huge deal when it comes to AI that doesn't just get what we're saying, but can actually sound like us.
Yeah,
You know?
it's wild. So ChatGPT voice first.
Okay.
Okay, picture this. You've got your online store, right? But instead of those old chatbots, people can have an actual conversation with a voice with your AI.
That's a game changer.
Right. Need help finding something? No problem. ChatGPT voice is there. Quick demo. Done. It's like having a salesperson working 24/7 who can actually, talk about the products.
And it's not just customer service. Think about it. You could make interactive tutorials, like walk someone through how to use your software or something.
Okay.
Or even have it answer questions in online courses. Instead of just reading, you're listening to the AI explain
Why
things.
is it way more engaging?
Totally. It's all about making your content, whatever it is, more accessible, which is huge these days.
Absolutely. Okay, so now let's shift gears to Google's Notebook LM.
Right?
If ChatGPT voice is the talker, this one's the writer. But not just churning out generic blog posts, this is like next level content creation.
Exactly. Imagine you're an expert in something, say vintage watches. You feed Notebook LM, all your notes, articles, everything you know. It can take all that and make like really incredible content blog posts comparing different models, social media updates, anything.
Wow.
And it does it all in your style, your tone of voice, like having a ghostwriter who knows everything you know.
That's incredible.
It is. It's a game changer for sure.
So how does all this play into, actually making money?
Right. So our research actually talks about this big increase in voice search.
People using Alexa to find restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Or Google Assistant to find products, even listening to podcasts on their smart speakers.
Makes sense. It's so easy.
Right. It's a fundamental shift in how people find information and make decisions.
So these tools are even more important than we thought, huh?
Absolutely. Think about that vintage watch expert again. Someone uses voice search to ask, what's so special about a Rolex Submariner? If they've got a blog post or a YouTube video answering that exact question made with Notebook LM, bam, they're right there in the search results.
It's like you have to be ready for that, those voice searches.
Exactly.
So it's not just having a website anymore.
Wow.
It's making sure your content is findable in this like voice first world,
100%.
which is a huge opportunity if you get in early.
Absolutely.
So let's get into the nitty gritty. How can we actually make money from this?
Okay, so the research gives some really practical tactics. Want to hear them?
Yeah, definitely lay it on me.
One that really stands out is using these tools to make unique content. Really engaging stuff. Think like audio reviews for products.
Instead of just writing a description.
Exactly. You could have ChatGPT Voice make audio comparisons. Let's say you sell fancy coffee beans, right? ChatGPT could create a whole audio experience comparing roasts, like a mini podcast just about the different flavors.
Oh, I like that. Much more interesting than reading.
Right. It's like bringing that in-person experience to the customer.
And speaking of audio, what about podcasts?
Go on.
Could NotebookLM help me make my own podcast?
Absolutely. That's where it's really good at taking in and understanding information. Let's say you're really into sustainable living, right? You could give NotebookLM all your research, articles, notes, even stuff from documentaries.
Wow, that's a lot.
It could then actually come up with outlines for podcast episodes, with talking points, stats, even interview questions if you wanted to have guests.
That's like having a producer on hand at all times.
Basically.
And since we're already talking about making money from our passions,
Yeah.
our research had this really cool example about selling those expensive silk pillowcases with these AI tools.
Oh, yeah. I love that example.
Me too. So how would that actually work?
Well, it shows how you can make all sorts of different content that works together to ultimately sell something. Like NotebookLM could help you make blog posts explaining the benefits of silk pillowcases, less wrinkles, healthier hair, all that.
And
Then you could use ChatGPT Voice to turn those blog posts into YouTube videos, even add in customer reviews or expert opinions.
so you're creating a whole system basically to lead to a sale.
Exactly.
I'm into it. But what about those people who still have questions?
Good point. That's where AI-generated FAQs come in. Think about it. Using ChatGPT to make a dynamic FAQ section on your website that not only answers common questions, but does it in a conversational way, not just a boring list.
Right, like a real person is answering you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like having an AI customer service rep working 24/7 to talk to people and help them buy something.
It's like having a whole team working even when you're sleeping.
Right. That's the beauty of it.
Okay, so what's the biggest takeaway for people listening who want to try out these AI voice tools?
I think the main thing to keep in mind is that AI is always changing.
Yeah, for sure.
What we're seeing right now is just the beginning. It's going to get even crazier.
No kidding. So how do we actually use that to our advantage?
Well, you got to combine these tools with your own creativity, your business smarts.
Right, it's not a magic button.
Definitely not. Our research really stresses that whole experimentation thing, trying stuff out.
See what sticks.
Exactly.
Makes sense. So what's the next big thing then? We talked a lot about voice search in general.
Yeah.
What if we went even further with it? Like not just any voice assistant, but making content for specific ones.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hold on, you mean like changing how I talk to match Alexa or Siri?
Yeah, but more than that. It's about understanding how people use each platform differently,
Mm-hmm.
and then making content that feels perfect for that, like it was made just for Alexa or Siri.
So it's personalization, but like on another level?
Exactly. It's almost like we're building relationships with AI now, which, it's not that weird anymore.
I know, right? The future is now.
And as AI gets smarter, there are only going to be more opportunities for people who are willing to change with it, stay ahead of the game.
Totally agree. So there you have it, a look at how AI voice tools are changing how we do business online. It's like we're always learning something new with this stuff.
Right. And that's what makes it so exciting. It's always changing.
For sure. Well, I think we've definitely given everyone a lot to think about today.
Yeah, definitely a lot of tools and ideas to explore.
Exactly. So until next time, keep that entrepreneurial spirit burning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to experiment,
Yeah.
see what works for you.
Couldn't agree more. That's all for this deep dive into AI voice tools.
Until next time.